This is the project that doesn't end. There's a song like that, I think. So this is going to be today's focus. We're going to try to get all of the top here figured out, and we had an issue with this column. Now, do you remember when we sprayed the foam in the holes to hold this to the 4x4 and it all ran out because we were dumb? There wasn't enough in it to hold it straight, so it kind of fell back. So we are going to, I think, we're going to square it out up at the top with 2x4s. Either I'm going to try to push that while Deb, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. I think what we're going to do is probably put a chain around it and either pull it with this or the skid loader. But before that, Deb got the longer hose and she is finishing this up. She's going to bury all this and then we will have this all set. I had a couple questions on what shovel that Deb used yesterday to dig this, and she just used the spade, which I don't know. We've had it. You probably got it at Rural King or something like that. It is True Temper. So that's what she used, but she also uses this all the time. And if this is available, I will link it. This one is one of our favorites. It has these points. So it's called a root slayer, and it has these points so you can put it in the ground and then rock it back and forth. And we use this regularly. We just said this morning that it would be typical of us to get this all started up top and forget to put these on the bottom, and then we would be out of luck. So I'm going to lay these here right now because this is our style. This is the stuff we do.
To be able to feel you, my love. I'm a few years older than you. I'm a few years older than you.
I was just going through a couple of emails and I got one from Navy Hair Care. They are having 45% off site-wide. 45% off. Email says that it's from 10 to midnight tonight. So make sure that you shop now. And there is limited inventory. So when the amount is gone, it's gone. So putting a link here, use that code Xmas in July. I highly recommend stocking up. Grab the Pebble Beach spray, the Style Navigator. I love their shampoo and conditioner. I still use their treatment serum for hair growth. Don't forget about, it's called Swell Thickening Cream. If you've got really thin hair, it works to like make it look thicker. And sometimes they come in a duo. So if you want two products, make sure you can get, like, you might be able to get Swell and something else in there. I'm going to put the sale here again. Okay, we just got done eating lunch. Deb went down to get the skid loader. But I told you guys a while ago that I had, right before we went to Alaska and I got COVID again, I had kind of some ringing in my ears. And then when I got COVID, my ears got so plugged up that I couldn't hear anything. So I always say, what? Huh? To Deb. So I made an appointment a while ago. I used to work for ENT, and I made an appointment to get an audio and my hearing tested, and that is tomorrow. I said audio and my hearing tested, which is the same thing. Anyway, I looked at her and I said, you seem to be the only one that I can't hear. And she said, that's not true. And I said, I really do want a baseline. My dad has hearing loss, but he worked in a factory. So I really want a baseline now to see where it's at. But I said to her, I will pee my pants if they say, oh, your hearing's really good. I said, it's you who has mush mouth.
That's not true. I'm fluent in mushmouth.
Tomorrow is the day that we find out if I can't hear or Deb can't talk.
You can't hear.
I'm serious. I think it's her. I think it's a little bit of me, but I think it's a lot her. So we'll find out tomorrow afternoon.
Revised my trench just a little. I had 90 fittings on the end here, and I should have known better that the hose was not going to go through that. So we put a 45 with a straight piece, and I took out a couple of bends down here, which meant I needed to dig my trench a little bit deeper. Not deeper, but wider right here. And I had my hose ran through this side, running up on that side. Done with a trench like this. I've got it hooked up, no leaks. I go ahead and take a picture of it. So if the spigot would happen to leak in the future, or you need to fix something, you know where it runs. So I will take a couple of pictures of this trench, save it for future reference. Hopefully we don't need it.
To be honest, we were out here earlier and it was too hot. It was like 90 degrees and we were sick of it. So we did something else. So we're back here. It's like 6:30. I think it's 80. It's 86 now. So it's a little bit cooler. We are going to hook the chain up to this one, try to get this straightened out and see. We're trying to figure out if there are any other crooked ones, but I don't think so. I think it's just that one, but it's making us feel like they're all crooked. You know what I mean? It's like an optical illusion or something. Both feel like this is a total mess, and I told you, we're making this up as we go. So we're going to talk through this. So when this sits on top, you are going to have the boards here and here going to each other, right?
Well, that was the original plan, but I don't know if that's going to work.
So,
because this sets over here, how's that going to stay? Besides gluing it up there with a little glue. And that's the only thing that's going to support this.
Doesn't that ring stop it?
Drill through here.
We need...
I don't care if there's boards setting up here. You can clearly see there was a main support beam running up here.
Right.
On top. Just in the middle.
Would it work if we put some type of like a 4x4 down?
We need to put a 2x4 in the middle for spacing. In here. And then butt our
2x6, whatever, up against it and attach it there.
Probably a 4x4 would be the best.
I think we should do what we originally thought of, is just attaching them all together in a square. Probably about this height, don't you think? Like kind of high. Make sure they're all square and then leave it like that until we get the roof on.
Once they're square, it's game on.
Yeah.
It's just
getting them there. We came up with. So once we straightened, it's still not straightened, the one that the chain is on, excuse me. We realized this one was a little forward. So we put one of the truck straps that we use for hauling stuff on these two, and we just kind of pulled them together. That straightened out this one and this one. This one was already straight, so it straightened out this one. So now we're going to attach a board across the top on the outside of them or the inside, just to make sure that these two stay. We're going to kind of experiment with these two, and then the back two are totally effed up. Those two. This one then will need to be pulled forward a little bit more. And here's where the issue lies, I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe this one's okay. We think this one might have to go back a hair on the top. So it doesn't look like it's too bad now that, but I think we have 3 that are good. This one is the problem child. So if you ever want to see a chicken take a little dust bath, put sand and dirt, and we put diatomaceous earth in a little tub. They are in heaven.